Hello folks, here's the meter that I've been discussing on the Drive on Wood site recently, and here is one of the thermocouples that I've been buying off of eBay. The issue is whether it will work in spite of a car's electrical system or not. So first let's start by checking to see whether this thermocouple inside the sheath is grounded to the sheath. So here's my ohm meter, and when I short the leads together, that shows me that's a short. So now I will hook up one lead to one of the thermocouple pins and another one to the case, and if we'll notice, the ohm meter didn't do anything, so that means they're not grounded. There's only a few ohms resistance between one pin and the other anyway, but we'll just go over and check the other lead just to make sure. There. And so obviously that thermocouple is not grounded to the sheath. We'll go all the way down here to the thermocouple itself. The sheath itself rather than the braid, just to make sure. We'll check the other pin, and there's no connection. Here's another thermocouple that I've used for a period of time, and from the sheath, they're shorting the probes together. I get a short, but there's no connection between the thermocouple and the sheath. Now there's no doubt that some thermocouples are grounded, and if it's a concern to you, you might want to go ahead and check that out in whatever way you deem necessary. And I will tell you that I've been using some thermocouples with my JXQ10 that have been grounded, and yeah, there's a little noise on the line, but then I'm not reading them with a meter like this. I'm reading them electronically with a high impedance computer input, and the readings average out just fine, so that's worked for me. You have to decide on your own, I guess. Here's another new thermocouple that I just took out of the package. It's never been used, and if I short the leads together, there's a dead short, and if I check the thermocouple, I see no connection. I worked in the heat treating business for a long time. As a matter of fact, for a short period of time, I even sold sheathed thermocouples for an inventor down in northern Illinois, and I can tell you that we were selling sheathed thermocouples made by his special process, and indeed we did differentiate between grounded and not grounded thermocouples. So it's not a surprise to me that this might be an issue, but I'm just telling you that these ones that I've been showing you are not grounded, and since they're not grounded, I don't see and haven't seen any problem with them working with electricity from fans and motors and engines running, gasoline engines running. Okay, just for reference, I just hooked up a connector on this thermocouple. All of these are Type K, by the way. This thermocouple that I did verify had a grounded, where the thermocouple is grounded to the sheath. And as you can see, it does basically work, and there we have that. Grounded thermocouple. Here's the meter. It doesn't change. I hope you can see that. Touch it to the car frame. Doesn't change. Here's I don't know, part of the suspension system. I don't know where the spark plugs are, but it doesn't change. Nothing goes bananas. Back to the alternator again. I'm sure it's getting a good ground there. And that doesn't change. Now we'll try the ungrounded thermocouple. Remember, this is degrees Celsius, so this baby is reading minus 0.4 degrees Celsius, which is, I don't know, 20 some degrees. So now the point is, I'll touch it to the alternator, and it should get warmer because the alternator is warmer, but it's not doing anything to screw up the reading on the thermocouple. Down here, I don't know, it's the manifold, I don't know where the spark plugs are, but it's not changing at all. Now I touch it over here to the suspension system part. It doesn't screw up anything. Piece of metal here. Don't know what to tell you, but working fine.